All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom, Shalom. All right, this is your brother Zakar Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. All right, coming out here once again to water Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai for laying the spirit upon me. Okay, to come out here and preach this beautiful gospel and prophesy to the four winds. All right, it's very windy out here, so bear with me. But before I get started with camp, all right, I'm going to get this started by giving all praise, honor, and glory into our power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hashadash. All right, double honors into the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, our wrong in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's to come. Shalom to the Akwat that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands, and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barak Thumb. Okay, so today I'm gonna be getting into a bunch of articles, you know what I'm saying, that I had compiled up. You know what I'm saying? Didn't have the time to really go into an episode of measuring the times, you know what I'm saying? But that's what this live camp is finna be. You know what I'm saying? All right, measuring the times, man. Because that's what we do. That's what we do. We as the men of the Lord, you see what I'm saying? The prophets, okay? And these and the teachers as well as the believers. See what I'm saying? All right, you are urged to remain occupied in prophecy, okay, and to look into these news articles. You know what I'm saying? Geopolitics, all right, domestic politics, different things that go on in the day-to-day lives. You know what I'm saying? Financially, all right, politically, economically. You see what I'm saying? Everything is intertwined. All right, everything's intertwined. See what I'm saying? So let me get this started with let's go to Isaiah chapter 5. All right, Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 11. All right, it reads, "Woe unto them that rise up early in the morning, that they may follow strong drink, that continue until night, till wine inflame them, and the harp and the viols and tabrets, and pipe and wine are in their feasts, but they regard not the work of the Lord Yahweh, neither consider the operation of his hands." All right. So I just got into you know what I'm saying, the fact that you need to be remaining circumspect and remaining occupied in prophecies. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to keep watch as well as pray. Yahweh Shai said that, man. Watch as well as pray. Watch as well as pray, man. See what I'm saying? Verse 13, it says, "Therefore my people are gone into captivity, because they have no knowledge." All right, that's the same thing that's written of in Salakias. The water for tuning in, beloved. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right, and to all those that may be listening in, okay. But you know, the book of Hosea goes into this as well. Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6. Okay, because of no knowledge, no lack of or slakia, lack of understanding. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say that where there's no vision, the people perish, man. All right, where there is no vision, the people perish. So let's continue. It says, therefore, my people are gone into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore, hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory and their multitude, all right, and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. All right. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the odds of the lofty shall be humbled, man. All right. And this is going into you, Jakes, man. It's going into you, Jakes. The same way it was in the days of Isaiah, you know what I'm saying? Jeremiah, the days of Ezra, okay, so on and so forth, man. All right. We've always dealt with the Lord chastising us. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? And Salaki, if you're able to hear me, could you let me know? You know what I'm saying? I can't necessarily check out the audio real quick. Hang on, let me see this. Testing. It's water. Yeah, I can see. All right. So the audio's good. That's great. All right, so let me do this here. Let's go to this first article because, like I said, there's a couple articles that I wanted to get into. Actually, a bunch of them, Salaki. Um, but I'm gonna try and keep this somewhat under an hour. You know what I'm saying? Not under an hour, but somewhat at an hour uh time span. All right, I don't want to keep you here too long, but let's go to Second Esdras chapter 9. All right, Second Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. It says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. All right. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. All right. So let's see. I don't know what's going on with this weather, man, but the wind is blowing hard today. Can't even use one of my signs, man. It's blowing all the way down there. So, all right. So the first article comes from RT News. All right, RT News. Israel strikes Gaza. All right, Israel strikes Gaza right after the ceasefire. You know what I'm saying? That's actually happened faster than I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting it to happen. Literally the next in the next 4 days, 4 to 5 days. You know what I'm saying? All right, but we told you that this was coming. We told you that these devils was going to you know move on their bloodlust. You see what I'm saying? Because the scriptures clearly tell you that they are constantly gathered together for war. That's what they are. You see what I'm saying? That's what they desire, right? Let's see, Psalms. Psalms. I don't even know if I can use the book today. Let's look this up then. This is Psalm chapter 140, verse 2. It reads, let's start at verse 1. It says, deliver me, O Lord Yahweh, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. All right? Continually are they gathered together for war. So these jokers saying how they mouths. All right, these devils were saying out their mouths how much they want peace. All right, how much they desire peace. They desire, you know what I'm saying, an end to the conflict. All right. But immediately afterwards, they jump right into it, man. They jump right into the bombing of these people. You know what I'm saying? There was a coup, or not a coup, a civil war that was breaking out in Gaza. All right after this ceasefire. Okay, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that Israel had a hand to play in it? You see what I'm saying? How much you want to bet these Amalekites, okay, had their foot up in that? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, like the scriptures say, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. All right. Verse 3, they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent's adder, like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. Selah, okay? Don't matter what they say. Don't matter what they speak. You see what I'm saying? You can't listen to that. All right? You can't listen to that. Watch what these devils do, man. Don't listen to what they hear. Watch what they do. Right? Check this out. It's locked. Check this out. Let's go to let's go to this article real quick. All right. Same website. It says Trump's aides felt betrayed by Israel. Right? All right, so Trump's aides felt betrayed by Israel. All right, betrayed by their so-called greatest ally, right? Because their greatest ally is bringing forth World War III, and they all know it. Everybody knows it. Everybody can clearly see that these devils are about to bring it in. They're about to bring us into the conflict. All right, they're about to bring America into the conflict with Iran. All right, with Lebanon. They just attacked Lebanon and Qatar. You see what I'm saying? Right when the Qataris had signed an agreement, okay, with Pete Hegseth and them, okay, to start a military base, to put a military base in South America. All right. So that means what? That means that you have a so-called ally within your with that you have an ally who establishes a military encasement within your country, and then your greatest ally, so to speak, just attacks them. Okay? And they know, these Qataris know that they can't do anything. These Amalekites can't do anything without the approval of America. You see what I'm saying? Without the weapons from America, without all these things that America provides. So that means the attack on them from these Amalekites is being done by America. And they've got a military base being put up in America. So how much you want to bet? You see, the scriptures say that this place will no longer be called tender and delicate. All right, this war is going to be penetrated. This is no longer going to be the virgin's daughter of Babylon. This bitch is going to be penetrated from within. Okay, going to be penetrated from all these other nations, Russia, all right, Russia, China, uh, India, Pakistan. See what I'm saying? All these jokers, man. Okay, they all gonna come with it. And you look at Venezuela. Venezuela is a part of the BRICS alliance. Okay, so if Venezuela, if Cuba is supported by Russia, then that's going to cause more problems and more blowback for America. See, it's only a matter of time. It says U.S. President Donald Trump's senior negotiators in the Gaza peace talks have said that they felt betrayed after Israel launched an airstrike on Qatar during mediation efforts. Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law, and Steve Witkoff, the U.S. Special Envoy to the Middle East, were key members of the president's deal-making consortium, working to finalize a ceasefire and hostage exchange plan. Now that these jokers got the hostages, what's left? You see what I'm saying? What's left? They got the hostages back. So what's the point? Okay, the point is that there was never a plan to stop the conflict. That's not what they want, right? The scriptures tell you. Right? Let me just get here. It's locked here for that. Man. All right, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 49. Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 20. It reads, therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh that he had taken against Edom, and his purposes that he has purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate. Right? Surely he's going to make their habitations desolate, man, because these devils are going to draw out all these other nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Okay? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. They haven't let any of these flotillas go through to give aid to these people in Gaza. See what I'm saying? A whole ceasefire, and they didn't allow any aid, no support, nothing like that. Okay? But immediately they tossed the drones at him. Immediately they tossed the missiles at him. Right? So let me see. All right, this right here, it says this from the same website, RT.com. It says a new Iran-Israel war is just a matter of time. All right, it's just a matter of time, man. The scriptures tell you. Let's get Isaiah chapter 13. All right, Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 3. All right, starting that verse 3, it reads, I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. Okay, the Lord of hosts, the Lord Yahweh Tabarak. Okay, mustered the host of the battle. Okay, so the article reads, both internal and external, all right, both internal and external factors are driving up pressure on Tehran and its enemies see it as a critically vulnerable. It says, the specter of a new war in the Middle East, all right, continues to loom with Iran at its potential center. Okay, if you remember that one general who was speaking about how there was a classified memo that spoke on the fact that they was going to bring about multiple conflicts, you know what I'm saying, taking down 7 countries in 5 years. All right. And at the end of that list, it was Iran. At the end of that list was Iran. You see what I'm saying? That's the final point that's to be the biggest obstacle in this whole so-called Greater Israel project, right? So let's get real quick. It says pressure from the U.S., Israel, and several European countries is steadily increasing. This is reflected both in the tightening of sanctions and the growing military presence across the region. Western governments accuse Tehran of supporting armed groups, destabilizing neighboring states, and advancing its nuclear program. All right, and people are calling bullshit, right? Because the whole attack that happened on Tehran, was it I think it was in March or was it April? I forget. But when they attacked them, they said that we took away all of their nuclear capabilities and whatnot. All right, and that came forward to be a false. All right, be false, man. So yeah, now you got Netanyahu, Satan Yahoo, I call him. All right, you got Satan Yahoo going on Ben Shapiro's live podcast talking about, now these Iranians are close to bringing the nuclear bomb next week. You see what I'm saying? When you supposedly had destroyed all their nuclear capabilities, right? So it reads, in response, Iran has intensified its regional activity, seeking to expand its influence through partners in Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, and Yemen. Okay? Tensions are now gradually spilling beyond the realm of diplomacy, edging closer to open threats. Okay? And that whole conflict over in Ukraine is about to come to a conclusion soon. It's about to come to a conclusion soon, man, because the Lord is drawing all these nations into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. You know what I'm saying? Into the Levant region now, right? Because Russia is going to be a pivotal entity in defending Iran. Okay, China, Pakistan. You see what I'm saying? Who else? India, of course, all the members of the BRICS. You see? So this thing isn't going to go over. It's not going to, ease off. No, this thing's going to continue. It's going to increase, right? go to Matthew real quick. Man. All right, so Matthew chapter 24, let's go to verse 6. It says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not see that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Okay, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, man. We're not, we haven't seen anything yet, man. There's going to be a draft. There's going to be a draft. But, before all these nations come in to the value of Yahweh Shaphat, all right, this economy is going to tank. This economy is going to completely flatline. And we're starting to see it now. We're starting to see that happen. Let's go here. All right. Another article. Actually, before I get that, let me hit this real quick. All right. Same spot in RTnews.com. It says EU preparing space shield against Russia. According to a draft paper, the EU is preparing for defense against Russia, man. All right. And something's gonna happen to where America is going to piss off all these allied nations, and they're going to turn and side with Russia, man. They're going to side with Russia. You know what I'm saying? They're going to say to hell with America. All right, to hell with this place. It says the project is part of Russia's defense readiness roadmap and aims to protect the bloc's military and communication satellites in case of conflict. The EU plans to establish a space shield to protect the satellites from Russia. The European Commission has revealed. The Defense Readiness Roadmap draft on Thursday describes the project as the EU's response to the evolving threat landscape from a militarized Russia and other authoritarian states as the U.S. shifts its focus away from Europe. You see? As the U.S. shifts its focus away from Europe, all these European nations, European countries are feeling, hey, man, we're on our own. See what I'm saying? We're on our own. We're going to have to fend ourselves. This is why you got Macron from France. Macron is talking about we need to prepare for war, man. All right? Get all these hospitals in check. I'm saying, get them ready to get them ready to bring in a large influx of patients. You see what I'm saying? So they're expecting this, man. It's going to be high casualties. It's going to be all types of shit that they're preparing for because they know that America is no longer on their side. America is no longer, in the position to defend them. You see what I'm saying? Here it is. These jokers are going to war against Venezuela. All right, Venezuela over some drug cartels. You see what I'm saying? Shooting up boats with fishermen inside. All right. So it says Russia has dismissed claims that it poses a threat as nonsense, accusing the West of fueling Russophobia to justify increased military spending and distract from domestic problems. All right. So Russia is telling you straight to your face, man. All right. You focusing on us, trying to make us the boogeyman, but you got issues right at home. You got issues right at home, man. All right. This nigga talking about the enemy from within. Okay. And how he's laboring, how he's labeling the citizens. Okay. Now, like I said, before this happens, before all these nations are brought into the Levant region, are brought into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, okay, this economy is going to completely tank, man. This economy is going to completely go down into oblivion, right? Let me get this real quick. Let's go to Ezekiel. Oh, Slakia, not Ezekiel. Ecclesiastes. All right. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. In verse 3, it says, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened," man. Okay? I was looking at a few videos earlier, okay, of these economists, and they was talking about how gold, how silver in particular, silver could rise up to $600. You see what I'm saying? How silver is going to be the commodity that may be on par with outpacing gold. Okay, meaning what? The structure in the system, the faith in the system is falling, and they can't afford to have all these peasants, all right, if you will. They can't afford to have all these people all at once go and buy up all the silver. They can't have that. They can't afford that. You see what I'm saying? Because they need this precious metal of silver, okay, to build their weapons. All right, their missiles and whatnot. It's all built up. A good chunk of it. I think it was what? I think it was what the guy say? He said I think he said it was about 500 ounces of silver. 500 ounces of silver, or was it kilo? Okay. But in any case, it uses a large amount of silver in order to build these missiles that they make. Okay. And their military equipment. A lot of it is built off of built with silver. See? So they need this, man. The scriptures tell you, all right, to what is it? Shape your plowshares into pruning hooks. Slocky, I'm butchering the hell out of that. Let me grab it real quick. All right. Let's go to Joel. All right. Joel chapter 3. Joel chapter 3. Let's get verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong." All right, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Okay, so They're going to beat their plowshares into swords and their pruning hooks into spears, man. Meaning they're going to take these instruments. They're going to take all this precious metal. They're going to turn it into weapons. Okay, they're going to prepare their weapons for this final conflict, this final battle. You see what I'm saying? All right. So this is from the Economic Collapse blog.com. Okay, and it says prepare for war. B-52s circle near Venezuela. Trump threatens Hamas, and Ukraine is very close to getting Tomahawk cruise missiles. Okay, and Tomahawk cruise missiles are capable of carrying nuclear payloads. Right. That's why you got Russia talking about uh, uh, if y'all give Ukraine these tomahawks, okay, you are crossing that red line. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing about these tomahawk missiles is that you can give them however many tomahawk missiles you want to, but these Ukrainians, they can't operate it without U.S. intel. You see what I'm saying? These tomahawk missiles are specifically designed only for Americans, all right? Only for America, only for their intel, okay? Because if Ukraine is firing it, okay, on the other hand, on the other world, someone within U.S. Central Command is giving the guidance to those missiles. It's not Ukrainians. It's not Ukrainians that's doing it. You see what I'm saying? So according to Russia, if you give them these Tomahawk missiles, if you give them these missiles, that means that we're fighting you now. We are fighting you specifically because they can't operate these missiles without you directly. All right. So this is going to be the thing that brings about, all right, that brings about the escalation, right? Okay. It says when hundreds of America's admirals and generals gather at a military base in Virginia on September the 30th, Secretary of Defense, all right, which is now Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, instructed them to prepare for war. All right. Unfortunately, he was not exaggerating. We are on the brink of war with Venezuela. President Trump is threatening to take military action if Hamas does not disarm. Our relations with China are rapidly deteriorating. Okay, don't even get started with these farmers, man. All right, these farmers is these farmers is food. I was listening to Elder Yashawamba this morning, and he was getting into the fact that MAGA is turning against Trump because everything that Trump said he was going to bring, all right, to the working class, to the middle class, all right, to good old rural white America, okay, it's not happening. It's not happening. All right, with these tariffs, you see what I'm saying? These farmers are completely through, man. You see, and there is no hope for them. They don't have anything left to operate. All right, there's one farmer. He was looking for a subsidy of $30,000, okay, in order to continue to operate his farm, and he won't get that. He won't get that. So what's going to happen? All right, the scriptures tell you this in Isaiah chapter 19. Let's get that real quick. And Salaki, this wind is just all over the place. All right. All right. It's Isaiah 19 and verse. Let's see, Isaiah chapter 19 and verse Let's get verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, jumping down to verse 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his own vomit. All right. Hey, man, check this out. Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. You see what I'm saying? You got all these jokers out here that's coming on, that's jumping on TikTok and Instagram, okay, talking about how they no longer have a safety net. They no longer have, they no longer have a means to feed their family. Many of them are working 2 to 3 jobs and they're still not coming up, you know what I'm saying, with ends meet. Okay? So the scriptures clearly tell you that Egyptians gonna rise up against Egyptians, man. Okay? These jokers are not going to care about what their politicians got to say. They're not going to care about what their mayors got to say, their governors, okay, and of course the president, man. Verse 4, Isaiah 19:4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh Tatakwa. All right. All right. So it says President Trump is threatening them to take military action if Hamas does not disarm. Our relations with China are rapidly deteriorating. And if we give Tomahawk cruise missiles to Ukraine, that will put us just one step away from a nuclear war with Russia. I am entirely convinced that the months ahead will be extremely dramatic. All right. Like I said, I think it was in the last two camps that I held, and I was like, I'll be surprised if we end this 2025 without a major event that happens that causes that causes all type of chaos. Okay, either be you know internet outage, you know what I'm saying, blackout, either it be a comprehensive cyber attack, either it be, a direct hit against Russia that brings us into World War III, either it be, you know what I'm saying, if China attacks Taiwan, you know what I'm saying, if Israel and Iran get back into it, okay, I'd be surprised if something major doesn't happen by the end of this year. You see what I'm saying? That brings us into this thing, man, because we know that they're bringing this, they're bringing the digital identification, all right, the digital infrastructure. They got these data centers being built and up to speed. Was it these tech giants? All right, their executives are in position of military commandment. You know what I'm saying? So they're lieutenant colonels in the military. What else? Shit. So much stuff has happened this year, man. You can't even keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? You can't even keep up, right? Can't keep up. But let's continue. It says, I am entirely convinced that the months ahead will be extremely dramatic. Let us hope that global leaders make wise decisions during this time. Nope. Keep it going. Barakatha Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. Barakatha Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Hey, keep it going, man. Keep it going. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. We almost out this bitch. Don't slow down, man. See what I'm saying? Don't slow down. Keep it going. Keep it going. See what I'm saying? Because we tired. We want to go home. See what I'm saying? We want to go home. All right? Bring the shit, Esau. Bring that shit. Because it's time for it's we got a planet to save. All right? We got a planet to save, man. Let me get this first in Proverbs. All right, Proverbs chapter 21 and 1. It reads, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh. And as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to second Esdras. This is second Esdras chapter 4. Second Esdras chapter 4, verse 26. It says, then answered he me and said, the more thou searchest, the more thou shalt marvel. For the world hasteth fast to pass away, and cannot comprehend the things that are promised to the righteous in time to come. For this world is full of unrighteousness and infirmities. All right, this place is through, man. This place is through, and we're tired. We're tired. The scripture said that they would wear out the saints, man, and we worn out. We're worn out. We're tired of being here. All right, we're tired of being here. We become misanthropic. We're just done with this place. You see what I'm saying? We're done with this place. We're done with the people here. I went to the store. I just went to the store. You know what I'm saying? Went to Giants, and everybody in the place, everybody up in there has a look of don't talk to me. See what I'm saying? Don't talk to me. Standoffish. Okay? That's what has happened, man. The birth of the land is gone. There's nothing left to hold on to here in America. Nothing left to go on to hold on to. Okay, in this captivity, man. Nothing. You see? All right, check this out. Verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. The destruction is not yet come. We ain't reached that yet. We ain't reached that yet. So all these jokers out here talking about they know Jacob's trouble, all right? They can eat a missile, man. They can eat a missile. Real talk. See what I'm saying? Because the Lord is going to show that his prophets have always been amongst you. All right, when you start to see the chaos everywhere, you're gonna know that a prophet was here telling you that these times of danger was coming. Okay, but you wanted to say no. We've been through Jacob's trouble. We've been through slavery. That's not Jacob's trouble, partner. That's not Jacob's trouble. That was simply a response, okay, to us disobeying the laws, the statutes, the commandments, man. All 12 of the tribes. You see what I'm saying? But now that we have come back, now that we've come back to who we were, you see what I'm saying? Come back to the fact that we are Israelites, that we are Yashar Alam. All right. Now it's time for us to put that faith to the test. Now it's time to put that faith to the test, man. Okay? And the Lord's going to prove our faith. He's going to prove how much we want to come back to him. You see? And he's going to do this by taking away everything that you love. He's going to take away everything that you love in this world, man. You see what I'm saying? All this food, these dainties, okay, all this food stamps. I got another article to go into, man. The Section 8, all the things that you're used to in this place. He's going to remove it all. All right? He's going to take it all away. You know what I'm saying? Verse 29, if therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good. Unless this place goes down, Israel cannot come back up. Unless this place goes down, man, righteousness is not going to continue. Righteousness is not going to engulf this planet once again. All right. So this has to happen. Okay, this has to happen. It says, for the grain of evil seed has been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness hath it brought up until this time. You see what I'm saying? Wickedness is it has only increased and evolved throughout the generations, man. It's only gotten worse. It's only gotten worse. Scriptures tell you in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right? So it says, let us hope that global leaders make wise decisions during this time, because a single miscalculation could lead to the unthinkable. Right? Get another article real quick. All right? Historic financial carnage. This is from the same website. Historic financial carnage. More than $1 trillion. More than $1 trillion in market value was just wiped out in a 24-hour period, man. In a 24-hour period, in one day. In one day, $1 trillion was taken away. See what I'm saying? Woe to you who go down to Egypt for help. All these jokers decide to put their trust in crypto, following this nigga AMTV. You see what I'm saying? All he kept telling you was Jesus Christ and crypto. Jesus Christ and crypto. You see what I'm saying? While he's showing you his yachts, he's showing you his massive pool, he's showing you his big house in a secluded island somewhere. You see what I'm saying? That's what he told you, to put your trust in this fucked up system that's dying. And here it is, you've lost everything. Everything. $1 trillion in 24 hours. Can you even fathom that amount of money? Can you even fathom that amount of money? It's hard for me to grasp that. You see what I'm saying? $1 trillion in just hours. How many people are self-deleting right now, man? Because they've lost everything. Huh? We told you that these jokers are going to destroy this whole economy. They're going to destroy this economy. Okay? And they're going to take away all the safety nets that you had. All the safety nets. You see what I'm saying? You thought that crypto was going to make you, that was going to keep you rich. You thought that this crypto was going to be your lifeline. You see what I'm saying? It's going to give you a comfortable living for the rest of your life. No, man. This whole crypto system, this cryptocurrency system, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all right, Tether, all that stuff, man, it was all a means to bring you into this system so that you are used to this system, so that you're comfortable with this system. You see what I'm saying? You have been acclimated into this digital system. And so now the transition into what they want, this centralized currency that's going to be digitalized, all right, you're going to have no choice but to jump into it. You're going to have no choice but to follow that. You're going to have no choice but to become one with this beast system. All right, the beast, the image of the beast, you're going to have to become one with that bitch, man. Okay, and how you going to do that? You're going to do that through a digital device that's going to go underneath your skin, and there's going to be no going back from that. You see? No going back. In your whole mind, everything about you, okay, is going to be completely augmented in an instant. You get that thing up in you, they can turn it, they can turn the frequency, bam. You're stuck, all right, in this hive mind that you can't think for yourself no more. All right, you can't think for yourself anymore, man. So you got these jokers out here talking about, I'll just get it, I'll just put it inside me so I can go and grab my food or whatever, and then I'll go and I'll take it out my hand. No, no. The moment they get, you think they're stupid? You think they're stupid? No, man. No, they're not stupid. They already seen this. They've seen this ahead of time. Okay, and they're already prepared for it. All right. This is why the Lord's going to destroy. He's going to destroy all the heaping lot of these niggas, man. All right, who's been leading Yasharallah astray, man. He's going to start with the leadership. He's going to start with the leadership. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it because it's time for their mouths to be shut. Right? Let me get that real quick. I believe that's the Titus. Oh man. What a win. I'm about to close it out. Sorry, man. This wind is kicking my ass. Let's go to let's go ahead. Let me look it up. All right. All right. This is Titus. Titus chapter 1. Let's go to verse. Let's go to verse 9. It says, holding fast the faithful word as he has been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine both to exhort and convince the gainsayers. That's our that's our lot, right? That was our lot. We're supposed to through this truth, you know what I'm saying, through correct doctrine, all right. We were supposed to go and convince the naysayers or convince the gainsayers, man. You see what I'm saying? Bring them into the fold through the correct doctrine, through the truth, man. Right? It says, verse 10, for there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, especially those who know that they are Yasha Allah, who know the truth, man. Especially those who know, all right, who know that this implantable device is coming, that they can clearly see it on the horizon. Elder Apostle Hart says it all the time, man. When they make this thing mandatory, it's going to be a complete shakeup in Israel, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake, man. See what I'm saying? The Lord's going to shut up all these false prophets, man. All these false prophets. It's going to be over. All right? Okay, so now since this huge economic Salaki, this huge crypto meltdown, as a result, here's the next article. It says gold and silver are skyrocketing because investors are scrambling to avoid the economic time bombs that are beginning to explode all around us. All right. So the face of the covering cast is off the people's minds. You know what I'm saying? They can start to see, all right, just how fragile this economy is, just how you know, how unreliable this monetary system is, man. This fiat currency, if you will. All right. Let's get this in Ezekiel before the wind picks up. Spoke too soon. chapter 7. Ezekiel chapter 7, and verse 17. It says, all hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. They shall also gird themselves with sackcloth, and horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. You see what I'm saying? It's talking about fear. It's talking about horror. It's talking about the shame, because these people are ashamed, man. They're realizing, I wasted all my time. I invested so much money into this fund, into this crypto. Okay, I thought that this was going to be the thing that sets me straight for the rest of my life. Okay, and they lost everything in an instant, right? Verse 19, it says, they shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not safely slack. Uh, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is a stumbling block of their iniquity. All right. It's a stumbling block of their iniquity, man. They thought they was on top of the world, okay? Because they had this crypto, because they had hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto. You know what I'm saying? Okay, always thinking that they was going to remain on top. You know what I'm saying? And all of it's just gone in a day, in one day. See what I'm saying? In one day, 24 hours, and all of that is gone. All right. So as a result, everyone is flocking to go and buy gold and silver. Everyone's trying to go and get their silver, go and get gold. You know what I'm saying? And it's oversaturating the market. It's oversaturating the reserves, right? Because they don't have, what I'm saying, these trust funds and these banks, they don't have all that silver and all that gold that they tell you they have. Okay, it's all on paper. It's all on paper. It's promissory. It's promissory, just like fiat currency, which is a promissory note. That's all it is. It's an IOU. It's a hey, you know what I'm saying? We'll theoretically have all this silver in this vault. You know what I'm saying? So when you want it, okay, depending on how much you ask for, we can bring it back to you. We can give it to you. You see what I'm saying? But they don't have all of what they tell you they have. You know what I'm saying, on paper. See what I'm saying? So it says consequences often do not show up for an extended period of time. But when they finally arrive, they can be exceedingly painful. For decades, our leaders have been making incredibly foolish decisions. And for decades, people like me have been ranting about it. But most people thought that everything must be okay because the consequences of those incredibly foolish decisions did not hit us right away. Let me get that real quick. Let me go to Ezekiel. Lucky this wind. Let me look this up then. All right. right, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. It reads, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil. You see? So because the consequences didn't show up immediately, okay, they thought that this merry-go-round was going to continue on. All right, they thought that the Ferris wheel was never gonna stop. You see, but it stopped. All right, and you lost millions. You lost all this money that you had in this system. There's no bringing it back immediately. There's no bringing that back tomorrow. No, or the next day, or the next year, or the next decade. Man, it's over. It's over. The party stopped. You see what I'm saying? The party's over. All right, so going back. It says, sadly, a time of reckoning is now upon us. And that is the primary reason why gold and silver are skyrocketing. The price of gold has hit $4,300, $4,300 for the first time ever. And the price of silver has hit $53 for the first time ever. It is exciting to see gold and silver prices rapidly increasing, but it's imperative to understand that what we are witnessing is a flight to safety. It's a flight to safety, man. All right? All the scriptures is coming out, man. The scriptures is popping off the pages. Okay? At this moment, we are facing a government shutdown, an unprecedented global trade war, a liquidity crisis, a cryptocurrency catastrophe, a housing market implosion, a cost of living nightmare, and mass layoffs all over the nation. Economic time bombs are starting to explode all around us, and the outlook for the months ahead is not promising at all. Let's get this real quick. Let's get hold on, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. This is beautiful to see, man. Beautiful to see. All right, the fall of our enemies is happening in real time, man. Ecclesiastes. Back to Ecclesiastes chapter 12. Come on. All right, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 3, it says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, no jobs. All right, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Those that look out of the windows be darkened. All right, there is no hope looking forward for this place, man. See? All right, there's no hope looking forward for this place, man. So that's all I need from that. Let's here we go. Here we go. From the same website, the economic collapse. The economic collapse blog.com. And it says, this article reads, we want our entitlements. In November, food stamp money will run out for 42 million Americans, for 42 million very angry Americans. All right. It's that time, man. It's that time. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? The very thing that the prophet's been telling you. All right. You women who have not taken heed, you women who have not repented, you women who have not sought out a man of the Lord, you see what I'm saying? Covering, protection, If you've not done that, if you remained on that whole strong, independent, I don't need a man type of bullshit, man, this is you. This is you. All right? This is you. It's time for the Lord to take away all the teats. It's time for the Lord to take away all the dainties, you know what I'm saying? All the things that made you proud. You know what I'm saying? Like the elder apostle Gabar says all the time, the two things that made women so proud in these days has been feminism and social media. Feminism and social media. See what I'm saying? Now it's time for the Lord to reverse all that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 32 and 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. The vintage is failed, and the gathering is not coming. This ain't this those good times ain't coming back. All right, not coming back, man. Verse 11: tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bear your sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant field, for the fruitful vine. You see what I'm saying? That time is now, man. That time is now. We're about to see a lot of women being humbled in these times. We're about to see a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gotta get too far into it, man. You know what I'm saying? Even Stu out here. Even Stu out here. It says, what do you think is going to happen when tens of millions of impoverished Americans suddenly stop getting their food stamp money from the government? It doesn't take a genius to figure out that a lot of them will be extremely angry. Unfortunately, if the current government shutdown stretches into the month of November, we really will be facing a nightmare scenario. Vast numbers of extraordinarily frustrated people will be demanding their money. And if they don't get it, I have a feeling that we could see rioting and violence. And this is exactly what the elites want. Remember what Cotton Schwab said of the WEF? He said we have to prepare for a more angrier world. Okay? We have to prepare for a more angrier world. And it's coming. You see what I'm saying? It's coming. Second Esdras. All right? Because they tell you that it's the so-called black women that make up the bulk of the recipients of government assistance. In actual fact, it's these Edomites. Second Esdras chapter 15. Second Esdras chapter 2, chapter 15, verse 16. It says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." All right. These chicks out here are openly talking about going and looting from these grocery stores, man. Openly talking about that. They're openly saying, all right. So expect to see the chaos very soon, man. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. This day is approaching, man. right? It's going to lead to this. Huh? It's going to lead to this, man. Might be able to see that. All right. So this is from End Time Headlines. End Time headline. It reads, masked intruders threaten Virginia family in a frightening doorbell camera footage. All right. So you got these jokers that's dressed up as Michael Myers, dressed up as a killer clown, dressed up as a possessed nun. You see what I'm saying? All right. We've been telling you this. We've been telling you this for a while, for a long time. All right. The men of the Lord, beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders of GMS on down. All right. We've been telling you that the time of destruction is going to be like the Purge movies, but far worse. Far worse. You know what I'm saying? You see Purge, you see the movie The Purge, you see the Purge Anarchy, all right? Uh, 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 the Forever Purge, the first Purge, all right? All of this craziness, all this chaos, Purge election year, you see what I'm saying? Which was my second favorite. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna see it, man. You're gonna see it. These people are gonna come looking like deranged people, man. Okay? And we warned you of this. We warned you of this. We warned you that this time was coming, that the people are going to lose. When the people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. They lose it. And this is coming, man. This is coming. It says, in a chilling incident that has left a local family shaken, 3 masked intruders attempted to force their way into a Virginia home on Tuesday night, October the 17th, 2025, as captured in a harrowing doorbell camera footage. The brazen break-in attempt unfolded around 10 p.m. at a residence in Alexandria, where the suspects, donning Halloween masks, banged relentlessly on the front door while hurling menacing threats. Shayla, the homeowner's daughter, who was visiting at the time, initially dismissed the commotion as a harmless prank. At first, she says, quote, at first I thought it was just a Halloween joke, a little prank, so I said, happy Halloween, she recounted. You chicks is about to get it, man. You chicks is about to get that work, man. The Lord is not playing with you. The Lord's not playing with y'all, man. It's going to be a terrible time here in Babylon, the Great, man. All right? You women are through. You women are about to be in a terrible situation. Those of you who have not taken heed to the prophets, who have not received the warning, okay, all right, and repented with meekness, who have not sought after the Lord, Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, man, all right, it's over for you, man. It's over for you. Okay, it's gonna be terrible. Let's get this now. Let's go back to Isaiah chapter 13. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody takes heed to the prophets when it's too late to heed them. Everyone takes heed to the words of a prophet when it is too late to heed them. Okay? Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. It says, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. All right? Keep thinking it's a prank. Keep thinking it's a prank if you want to, man. All right? Keep thinking it's a prank if you want to. Because it ain't a prank. It ain't a prank. This is real. This is real. And this is going to be the norm. All right? It's going to be the norm. She said, Happy Halloween. Dumb niggas, man. You see what I'm saying? Because of lack of knowledge. Because of lack of knowledge, man. It says, but the situation quickly escalated as the pounding grew harder and harder. The intruders, undetermined, Slakia, the intruders, undeterred by the locked door, shouted demands captured on the ring camera, saying, it's either you're coming out or we're coming in. While another had yelled, open the door. When entry through the front proved impossible, the trio circled to the back of the house, where they smashed through a fence and damaged the screen porch in a frantic 10-minute ordeal. Shayla, who was inside with her mother, frantically dialed 911 as the threats intensified. It's not even a joke gone wrong. My heart dropped when they said they were going to take a chair and break down the door, she said, her voice trembling in the retelling of this event. Hey, it's over for you chicks, man. It's over for you chicks. You see what I'm saying? All right, you wanted to disregard what the prophet said. You didn't want to take heed. All right, no more warning. No more warning. We've been out here on the highways and the hedges. We've been doing these videos day after day after day after day after day. You see what I'm saying? We've been doing this week after week, month after month, year after year. Beginning with our apostles, bishops, and elders, man, decades after decades, man. You see what I'm saying? And you call this crazy. You call this bump. You call this conspiracy theories. Well, it's not the case anymore, is it? It's not the case anymore. What happens when the people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose? They lose it. It's going to come a time where it's going to be chaos everywhere. Let's get this in the mind. All right. Let's go back to Matthew 24. This ain't a joke, Jacob. It's not a joke. Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. The love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity has abounded. Iniquity has abounded. Okay? There's no more faith in the system. You see what I'm saying? So what's going to happen? The love of many is about to wax cold. And when you go into the root, when you go into the word for that, when you go into the Greek word, all right, for cold, it's going into sukkos. All right, the Greek word is sukkos, which is where you get the word psycho. All right, these people are going to become psychotic. These people are going to lose their minds. You see what I'm saying? These people are going to eat their own. You understand? They're going to eat their own. They're going to tear each other apart. They're going to raid each other's houses. You see what I'm saying? People are not going to have faith. All right, or shall I say, what's the word? Compassion. They're not going to have compassion anymore. You see? Like I told you, I went to Giants just a little while ago. Went to Giants. Everyone's faces is empty. Empty. You see what I'm saying? All right. This thing is getting worse and worse and worse, and it's only going to get worse even forward. Moving forward from this. All right. Taking away their food stamps, taking away their provisions, taking away all this stuff, man. All right. I got a feeling that this Christmas may be a different type of Christmas. All right. Lord willing, man. Lord willing, sister. It's the last. Lord willing, it's the last, man. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm done with this place. I'm done with this place. All right. I'm done with this place. Can't wait for the Lord to destroy it. See what I'm saying? All right, so I'm coming to the end of this thing, man. Coming to the end of this. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna need the Lord's protection. We're gonna need the Lord to keep us safe, man. Just a couple days ago, 3 chariots visited. You know what I'm saying? Right after I did a lesson, 3 chariots visited And it was a beautiful sight to see, man. Beautiful sight to see. So glad I got it on camera. You know what I'm saying? This one here, this article here comes from the same spot, endtimeheadlines.org. It says Trump's right-hand man reveals that UFOs are flying over U.S. nuclear bases. All right? These are the chariots of Israel. We're going to need divine protection. So what they're doing, the angels is calibrating all these things, man. That these nukes is up and raring to go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to need it. We're going to need the Lord to make a magnificent move, you see what I'm saying, for his elect. In these times, it's coming. It says in the chilling disclosure that has reignited debates about extraterrestrial visitors, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has admitted that UFOs, now officially termed UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, have been spotted hovering over restricted U.S. nuclear facilities. His bombshell statements, featured prominently in the trailer for the upcoming documentary, The Age of Disclosure, paint a picture of shadowy incursions that pose profound national security risks and suggest capabilities far beyond known human technology. Far beyond known human technology. See what I'm saying? We're going to need that divine protection. But when all hell breaks loose, let's get this here. Let's go to the book of Daniel. Yes, not. Let's go. Let's look it up here. Man, this wind is something else, man. Let's go to Daniel chapter 12. All right, Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. See what I'm saying? He's coming for the elect, man. All right? He's coming for the elect. We're going to see the angels headed by Michael Allah, okay? The chief prince, the chief archangel. You see what I'm saying? The angel of war. All right? Trump has a secretary of war. Well, the Lord has a secretary of war. The Lord has the angel of war. Okay? So, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I'm getting blasted all over the place with this wind. So I think I'm gonna close out, man. So the water beloved for tuning in. Water for those who will be listening, off the line. You know what I'm saying? Just catch it later. All right. Hey man, let's speak your brothers and call your own. Right, matched out here. Okay, and close, I want to give all praise, all the glory. I say Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders, the great millstone for my throne, in its truth of it. All right, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Wa Chasadim, Wa Barakim, the water for tuning in. Shalom.